The season of 2025 in Formula One appears as one of the most anticipated and fiercely contested in recent times, with teams launching cars that differ by almost 100% from the models of 2024. We can expect a series of intense moments every weekend. Ferrari, regarded as the favorite, may be on track to revive the historic campaign of 2027 and secure a title that has not been seen in a long while. At present, the team is the most talked about in the grid. Ferrari carried out an initial test of its new model with Leclerc and Hamilton, who covered 100 kilometers on the exclusive Fano circuit, and the reports indicate a performance above expectations. This test was conducted after numerous modifications, ranging from the pull rod suspension to the rear wing. The objective is to ensure that the internal improvements work exceptionally well, as part of a process aimed at completely transforming the car of 2025. The vehicle features a completely renewed chassis and includes an innovative cooling system, although this component on its own is not as radical as the one adopted by Red Bull in 2024, since Ferrari opted not to take unnecessary risks. Furthermore, the air intake retains the triangular shape of the Santo Antonio arch, but with a focus on eliminating the limitations that hindered the performance of the previous model in both fast laps and full race simulations. Tests in Maranello suggest that the operations behind the scenes in the Italian factories are evolving consistently. Chassis technical director Loic Serra expressed optimism, stating that the new model represents an evolution of last year's car, which had already demonstrated good potential. He emphasized the team's effort in modifying nearly the entire vehicle and enhancing its architecture to maximize performance. Among the changes, the front pull rod suspension stands out as the most evident modification among several other significant ones. The upcoming season promises to be extremely tight, where every thousandth of a second will make a difference, and the team is determined to seek even the smallest gains that could prove decisive, eagerly awaiting their return to the track. Leclerc remarked that he would be quite surprised if Ferrari did not win both championships, a goal that is plausible given that he has Hamilton as his teammate. According to him, the on-track tests will reveal whether the new car is truly superior to the one of 2024, although the Constructors' Championship remains the most logical target. Last year, Ferrari finished in second place, very close to McLaren, and Leclerc has always dreamed of winning the title. He also highlighted his good rapport with Hamilton, emphasizing the importance of analyzing both their work styles and driving techniques. For the driver, this could be Ferrari's year, and during the tests in Fano, there were no unpleasant surprises, such as negative sensations or unexpected data, which reinforced a positive feeling. He mentioned that he would be disappointed if the team did not secure at least one of the two world championships. Ferrari has been transparent in developing the new car and wasted no time in assembling the most competitive package for Leclerc and Hamilton, ensuring that one does not hinder the performance of the other. The goal is simple: to determine who will be the main driver on the track without resorting to external conflicts. This type of disagreement is something that Frédéric Vasseur would rather face than accept results below first place. When hiring Hamilton, Ferrari was aware of the weight of this decision and the potential for internal tensions. To heighten the anticipation, Hamilton stated that the team possesses all the necessary elements to fight for the championship, a plausible scenario considering that he and Leclerc form the best pairing in the grid. Regarding the chances of the new team securing all the titles, Hamilton stated that he is 100% confident, with no doubt in his mind. He feels that he is in the right place at the right time, considering it a great privilege to work at Ferrari and contribute to the continuation of the team's historic tradition. Every day has been exciting for him, especially witnessing the passion of everyone and the harmony of efforts under the same roof, something he had never experienced before. Although he believes that the team has all the ingredients to win, he also acknowledges that it will be necessary to continue working and improving in certain areas to elevate their level of performance. Hamilton mentioned that he has genuinely enjoyed every moment at Ferrari and cannot imagine leaving that environment at the end of the day. Initial results from the simulator indicate that Ferrari achieved an improvement of approximately half a second in performance, a considerable advance compared to the previous year. Leclerc himself highlighted that the new car appears more pleasant and distinct from the one of 2024. Overall, the team needs to allocate resources wisely to compete against McLaren, while also reserving efforts for the new regulations that will come into effect in 2026, when everything will be restarted from the beginning. The redesign of the vehicle focused on modifying its basic behavior, expanding its operating range compared to the past season, and addressing the deficit that frequently hindered qualifying sessions. Leclerc has excelled at extracting the maximum from the car in fast laps, often positioning himself on the front row, even when it seemed unlikely. And now, with an even more optimized car, he expects to do so more regularly. On the other hand, Hamilton will face the challenge of adapting to having one of the best qualifying drivers on the grid as his teammate, which will test whether he is truly prepared to compete at the highest level from day one. Unless there are drastic changes at Red Bull and Mercedes, the expectation is that Ferrari and McLaren will be the teams competing for the ultimate prize. However, the question remains whether Ferrari has done enough to stay ahead of the Woking team during the off-season restructuring. McLaren's progress cannot be underestimated, since Norris and Piastri are determined to demonstrate that, starting from a new foundation, the season will take on a very different format. The Woking team projects itself as the favorite in the Constructors' Championship, and rightly so, will face enormous pressure in 2025. McLaren adopted a bold approach with its car for 2025 because, like Red Bull in 2024, they know that if they do not accelerate the pace of development, they will be overtaken by other teams before the current regulations come to an end. This scenario was underscored by the design of the MCL 39 when the details were presented during the shakedown in Silverstone. Initially, the front suspension drew attention due to its aggressive anti-dive effect, a strategy that requires extreme precision as there is a fine line between success and complete failure. The rear arms were repositioned and lowered, while the nose was modified in length and the front wing maintained specifications very similar to those of the previous year. The team is ready for the challenge, and, commenting on this approach, Andrea Stella stated that they will be bold, as they are focused on innovation. The intention is to reach a new level of quality and aim for the driver's title this season. But the innovations do not stop there. McLaren has improved its side pods and air intake, drawing inspiration from Mercedes, and the connection between these elements and the front wings, a recurring theme according to McLaren, will not compromise the development of the car for 2025. In light of all this, the question remains, does Ferrari have the strength necessary to overcome McLaren in a fair competition? Leave your opinion in the comments, and if you wish to know more about Ferrari's advances with the new model on the Fano circuit, click on the video appearing on your screen now.